Welcome to this week's edition of Mainly Motorsports, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but man, summer is flying by. I mean, we're in the end of June, going to be July this weekend, and which traditionally for every track in New England is one of their bigger events of the season, as they all bring in the fireworks. And it's a great night of racing, special races, as well as ending the night or interrupting the night with fireworks. And what a great job, and it's so much fun, and we all love fireworks from when we were little kids up to our adult ages, and it's going to be a great time. And we're planning on traveling over to Wisconsin Speedway. Haven't made it there yet this year, but we got a big event coming up Labor Day weekend. They got some big races coming on. They start the month of July off with their fireworks celebration this Saturday, and they'll end July 4 weeks from now, or a little over 4 weeks from now, with the Boss Hog 100. And that's the race that young Wyatt Alexander picked up the win last year, and this year backed it up with a win on the qualifier for the U.S. Super Late Model Nationals, Pro Stock Nationals, put on by Gary Sagar. And this past weekend, Gary was over at Lee promoting the event, and then he was at Beech Ridge handing out a guaranteed starting spot to the winner of the Beech Ridge Pro Series 125, which saw a stellar field of 25 cars in attendance. Some of the heavy hitters from the Pro All-Star Series, some of the guys that just kind of picking and chooses their races this year, and they were all in attendance looking to win the biggest Saturday night race of the year over at Beech Ridge Motor Speedway. And it was a great race, and long green flag runs, and a guy that's got a lot of history over there and has a lot of success in those long races prevailed, and you'll see the highlights later on. But in the end, it was a good battle all the way through the field, and it gives you a little idea of what's going to take place here in another week or so as the Pro All-Star Series returns for their second of 3 trips to the Beech Ridge Motor Speedway Oval, and July 9th they'll be in attendance. But this week, the Miller American Celebration, which I got to say is probably one of the longest running sponsorship deals with a particular event over the years. And Elmer, who's been involved with Miller and Nappy Distributors and all that for years, they'll be out there and really heavily involved with the night, the fireworks, and Oxford, all these tracks throughout the New England area will have their fireworks this weekend. And big deal going on at Oxford is something that's never been done before. It's the past non-winners race this Sunday, and they just anybody that hasn't won a race is sitting criteria. You can go to the Pro All-Star Series website and look out and see the criteria. But it's going to be a great race, as the top 3 finishes are guaranteed a starting spot in the August 28th HP Hood 250. And that's a big deal. That's the race that everybody wants to not only win, but just be a part of. Sometimes is like a win. And, we'll be at Oxford this weekend, watching a lot of our friends and cheering on some guys, and, really looking forward to that event. But I'll tell you, I say it all the time, wins aren't measured by necessarily the W. A win could be anything throughout the night. And this past Saturday at Beech Ridge, pretty special night for one family, and that's the Bubar family. And we've had Corey on the show before, and he drives for TMR Motorsports, and boy, what a rough start they are having to their 2016 campaign, and they'll get it turned around. But they rolled into the Pro Series 125 with high expectations on their own team, but they had a little other stuff on their mind, as Corey's father, Danny, who was a stellar competitor, not only in the Pro Series at Beech Ridge, limited sportsman champion, I believe in 1993-4 range, as well as won a lot of races and very competitive up at Oxford, was returning to the driver's seat. As it's been a long time, been a dream of Corey and Danny to race against each other. As we've seen other family members over the years get a chance to compete against each other, and it's in not only racing, but then you've seen it in other sports. So it's kind of unique, it's kind of special, and that's what they did. And they even went all out, as lettering his car up to resemble the car that he competed for in Rookie of the Year back in the mid-90s in the Pro Series. A lot of the old crew guys that have been with Danny for years that have continued on with Corey, were involved in it, and they really did a great job. And like any racer that comes out of so-called retirement, I mean, there's no expectations. They come and they want to do a good job and just not embarrass themselves. And I'll tell you, that's one thing Danny Buba did not do Saturday night, and that was embarrass himself. Picked up the win in heat number 2, which allowed him to start outside pole. Just ran competitively through the entire event. I know there was a joke, we're talking Friday night at a party we were at, and the big joke was he going to be able to make it? How long before he got winded? How long? And in any race, and I don't care how old you are, when your car's running good and you're at towards the front, you don't get tired. You stay on your wheel. It's when you start struggling and dropping through the field that it's easy to kind of let your guard down. But Danny Buba did a tremendous job Saturday night. It made me proud to think back the years and we competed against each other in different ends of the spectrum. He was competing for wins, and I was just what they called a field filler back in the old limited sportsman days. But to come home with a 5th place finish, very respectable finish, and I didn't get a chance to see Danny after the event, and he was on the front stretch for happy half hour, and there wasn't a car, whether it was 3rd place finisher Reed Lamper, 2nd place finisher Curtis Gary, and the winner, who you hear from later on. There was more people around Danny Buba's car than anybody else's car. So really congratulations. And like I said, everybody wants to, gauge the wins by finishing first. But in my eyes, there weren't a bigger winner out there, this past Saturday at Beach Ridge Motor Speedway than Danny Buba, as he came out of retirement, got a chance to compete with his son, who, they didn't finish the race, got tied up in a wreck. But to finish in the top 5 with the caliber of competition that was there, I mean, he's going to be very proud. And I don't know what the future is. I don't know if that was his last race, if he's coming back, whatever. But if that was the last time we see Danny Buba be competitive, what a way to hang up your helmet for the final time. So congratulations to Danny Buba. Corey and Kelsey, what an amazing job you did. Corey's girlfriend Ashley was involved with the surprise of the lettering and things like that. So really a good time over at Beach Ridge. And sometimes, like I said, it's the little things that go on behind the scenes that make this sport so special and the people that are in it. So we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk about some of the racing action that took on over at Beach Ridge Motor Speedway.
Your heart can hardly take it. It's beating through your chest, but no one hears a sound at all.
Hi, I'm Johnny Wolf. Since 1972, my family has been selling and servicing vehicles here on Route 25 in Gorham.
Tax season is here and we have our largest vehicle selection ever. We offer financing for all credit scores and your job is your credit. Remember, I personally drive and inspect every vehicle we sell. We are located 6 miles west off Turnpike Exit 47 on Route 25 in Gorham. Call Frank Davenport at 207-839-9200 or visit us online at 21stcenturymaine.com.
Mainly Motorsports, brought to you by
Bentley Saloon, Route 1 in Arundel. Stop by and see why me and my friends say, who has more fun than us? We do.
LKQ Corp. Any part, any repair, anywhere. Located on Route 202 in Gorham.
Well, one of the toughest divisions at any track in New England is the Sports Series division down to Beach Ridge. And last week they were the highlight division with their Sports Series 125, but this week they're back in regular competition. They were the undercard for the Wildcat 50 as well as the Pro Series 125, and still great racing throughout the field. Guys making charges, and I'll tell you, when you show an inch or you show a half an inch, there's going to be somewhere to take that spot. And they, some guys pretty aggressive, not dirty, aggressive, and they. You want to be on your game in that class, and it was a great race the other night. And congratulations to Frank Ware, as he's been a battler up there and one of my bad boys. And as he picked up the win, and but some real good racing, some young kids. Gary Menugno, name that's been synonymous with that track for years. For other reasons other than maybe winning races, it's buying a car, racing a few times, and like want to try something different, and selling it. But this year he's been running the Sports Series, doing a great job. And young Ryan Valachi, I mean, really had a great run in last week's 125 and came back and backed it up this week. So, and enjoy the highlights from the Sports Series over to Beech Ridge this past weekend, and hear what Frank Ware has to say about points chasing and how it works over there at Beech Ridge.
For the duration of the evening, 33 Tom Bennett to his outside, bringing it to full speed. Reed Frank is in the air. Hooked up now, races back into turn number 1 as your leader. Now Ryan Valachi looks to poke through and caught him a 0-8. Look at Ryan Valachi, a driver hungry for his first win, going after it. 3 wide, further on back is car number 20. Frank Ware moves to the inside. Tom Bennett now shuffled back. Car 33 falling outside of the top 5. The 20 of Frank Ware, and he needs it if he's going to get back into the championship fight. Yes, it's still very early in the season. With tonight's Victory Lane presentation.
Thank you, Andy. Well, Frank Beth got married a couple weeks ago.
All right, we're here with the Sports Series winner and the other half of my bad boys, right? You know, you and Clyde, I call you my bad boys. Actually, I look for a good pitcher this week. I got one of him. Can't find a good one of you. I want to have decals made. Yeah. I mean, you're not bad boys, but to me, you guys are the guys that have been in this class forever. You've seen it all, and now you've picked up a win to match what he did last week.
Yeah, we're not related, not stepbrothers, nothing. But we're definitely not teammates. We are good friends. The
class veterans, say that.
Yeah, we are. Last week I was hoping for the win, but my car wasn't going as good as his, and I know how Clyde drives, kind of like me, kind of like everybody. I gave it 3 laps, and he gave me 3 laps, I guess, and if I weren't going to move, he was going to help me, so the best guy won. But yeah, it's been a good year, but I don't think we're that bad.
No, I don't know. It's just
no, it's a good name,
but tonight you were the guy. I mean, you got out front, you cruised. You know, it wasn't easy, but you had the car to beat.
Yeah. That was the first time in probably 5 years I started in low point heat, but we had like 8 extra cars show up, so it kind of pushed me out there. But they're all good cars. I mean, I'll take a first place.
Such a competitive class.
Yeah, this year is. We got a lot of fast cars, and I mean, the one right behind me, I mean, everybody's fast. We're all within, seconds of each other. I mean, half seconds. I mean, it's crazy. So it'll be good racing. I think we got the class to watch this year.
Oh, absolutely. Now you've set yourself up for that championship run, because you're never out of it in this class. I mean, I think back a few years ago was Donnie Morse winning in the top 10, rolling in the last month and won the championship.
Yeah, I wasn't too worried about the last week finish, but yeah, I mean, you got to finish in the top 5 to finish in the top. To win, I think, and then top 10 to finish top 5. But the way the more cars, it's better because there's more points to be made up and plus lose. So, but if we keep the car count this year, it's gonna go back and forth all year. I know.
Oh, absolutely, but congratulations on the win tonight.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Ignition won't turn? Wait, don't tow it.
For the
It may just be a worn key. Where would you bring it? At what cost? And for how long? At E-Keys for Cars, our experienced technicians will diagnose your problem and get you going quickly with a fixed price quote. Whenever and wherever you're stuck, E-Keys for Cars comes to you with a new key or ignition repair. Just call E-Keys for Cars, the fast, affordable mobile solution to your vehicle key and lock needs.
They raise the bar, E-Keys for Cars.
Here we go again. Snow, ice, and freezing rain. Be ready with a new set of winter tires from Town Fair Tire. We stock Michelin, Goodyear, Bridgestone, Firestone, General, Uniroyal, Toyo, Yokohama, Continental, Pirelli. Every name brand at the guaranteed lowest price. Get to Town Fair Tire today and drive with confidence this winter. Because when it comes to saving you money on name brand snow and all-season tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Welcome back to Mainly Motorsports. And the Wildcats had their feature event, their main event of the season this past weekend, as they call it the Wildcat 50. And we've seen some amazing races over the year when you give those guys an extra 20 laps and put a little extra money and a bigger trophy on the line. And this past weekend was no different. And what a great job. And after the debacle of the week before and being almost a 1 hour 30 lap race with a controversial finish. This year they came back or this weekend, they came back and a great job. Couple little minor cautions and great feature action throughout the event. So enjoy the highlights from the Wildcat 50, and congratulations to, as of right now, the winner, Adam Lovejoy.
It's all Adam Lovejoy towards the end of Again, as I've stressed throughout the evening, this is not a blanket point race. So Lewis Anderson riding in third right now.
Make some noise for the number 2, Adam Lovejoy. Great job. Kind of chasing the lead until that late race caution came out, and then he just took it. How was the car?
It was pretty damn good. That's unbelievable. I came from way back and kind of struggled there in the heat race, and so I dropped back and ran a couple laps myself to figure out what I was doing, and I guess to make the right changes because that thing is bad.
Not the first time we've seen him in victory lane, probably won't be the last time this season. Adam Lovejoy, your winner!
Congratulations on a great run on behalf of the law officers of Joe Bornstein. Thank you. I want to thank everybody, my uncle Jeremy Ray's, my little brother Travis Lovejoy, my dad, the girlfriend for the support, just anybody that's had anything to do with this thing, thank you. And I got a little something for David Oliver. I don't know if he's almost the grandstand or what, but the pilot jumped with the scrub driver and just smoked it.
And as before we showed the highlights, excuse me, we said the winner as of now is there was some tech issues and they brought the car over, and that's why when Happy Half Hour was going on, we were trying to catch up with the winners for the night. Adam was nowhere to be found as his car was over in the tech shed, and that was one of the things that I was told by quite a few competitors the other night, talking about how the season's going, even though it's only 3-4 weeks into it. Really impressed with Dickie Fowler and the staff and what they're doing over there with the tire program and trying to put people on an even playing field and worrying about things that really need to be worried about and other things kind of maybe not letting slide, but let's get these fixed. But knowing the difference between something that's a competition advantage versus something that's just something, and everybody knew that Dickie had the potential to help things out, and I think he's done a great job, and I saw it firsthand the other night, and really good, and really not hearing much from the tech side of things at Beech Ridge, as far as any complaints what we've heard in the past. So like I said, as of now, Adam Lovejoy is the winner, but when this goes to air, that could change. But great job by all in the Wildcat 50. So we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to have some Pro Series action. And, man, we got some familiar faces running at the front, but we got some surprises this year over at Beech Ridge, and we'll talk about some of that.
Legendary race car driver Bentley Warren is putting Arundel on the map. When Bentley's Saloon opened in 2004, it was just a little bar room on the side of the road. Today we have a giant saloon with live music, dancing, and great food and drink indoors and out. We're always looking to meet new friends and have a good old time. There's always something exciting going on at Bentley's. That's why we like to say, who has more fun than us? We do!
For a trusted name in residential and commercial site work in the southern Maine area, call Peter Pettit Excavating. We can handle everything from the complete house lot to those nasty water and sewer line repairs. Septic systems are another area that we specialize in. During the snow season, Pettit Excavating has the equipment to handle any size job.
And when the race season arrives, be sure to follow the number 7 Ewart's Family Restaurant Chevrolet on the past Super Late Model Tour.
Call 207-282-9305 to get the job done right. That's Peter Pettit Excavating.
Mainly Motorsports, brought to you by
Moody's Collision Centers, now with 7 convenient locations: Gorham, Scarborough, Biddeford, Portland, Sanford, Lewiston, and now South Portland. Visit us at moodyscollision.com.
Scotch Recreation. Whether you're thinking about your first camper or looking to upgrade your current one, Scotch Recreation can help you. Get both our Route 202 Manchester and our Route 4 Turner locations and online at scotchrecreation.com.
New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Join us for our 25th anniversary year.
Okay, we're here with a guy no stranger to victory lane over here at Beach Ridge Motor Speedway, but this year's been a little different. Racing the weekly program on Saturday nights, you've kind of struggled, but tonight you bolted on 4 and put on an ass kicking.
Yeah, I felt like tonight and opening night were my best chances to win, and I let myself down opening night. I screwed up and over-adjusted for the car, and knew tonight I had to get it done because the way we've been running the last 2 weeks on the 2-tire deal, they're really struggling. And I think I got some ideas to hopefully that will fix it here in the next couple weeks, but if we don't figure it out, it's going to be kind of not a bad season, but that wasn't the plan. We came here to win the championship, so we still got a lot of work to do on that front. But for tonight with 4 tires, I knew we'd have a good piece after the pass race in May, and I'm excited for the pass race in a couple weeks. I think we should have just as good as a shot at that.
Yeah, and you talk about the plans. I mean, your plans were to chase that past championship. You've been close a couple times, and just some unfortunate incidents early in the year made you regroup as a young man, as a driver, and say, "Listen, enough's enough. I want to go back and kind of slow it down and come over here to Beech Ridge, a place that you grew up around."
Yeah, we just got like terrible luck at the start of the year, and we just get caught up in everything, and it was just costing a lot of money. And I mean, we're going to go back past racing next year. That's definitely the plan. And we went last night to Lee and had a really good car, and driver just burnt it up, and it's all on me on that. But I knew if we came here tonight, we were going to be able to regroup. I've been kind of doubting myself since we wrecked at Star if the car was bent, because we came here and we struggled, and just it's been a long time since we've struggled like that, especially at this track. So it felt good to definitely, after tonight, I know that the car is good again, and now we just got to figure out the 2 tires.
Yeah, you go. And now tonight was a little extra special because it's a guaranteed starting spot for the Craze Kowalski, the national event down at Seekonk on July 13th. Will you go to that? I mean, being in a points chase, I mean, it's the middle of the week, but it's paying pretty good money, and you like that big money racing.
Yeah, we race to make money, so we'll be there.
All right, well, I don't know if you're aware of this, but I shot my mouth off this winter and did an interview with a couple of guys, and I think I got to give you like $200 or $250 towards it. I can't remember. I got to go look at one of my shows, but we're going to kick in some money to help you go down there and support Gary, because he's doing a great thing, and to put on big pro stock races anywhere. I mean, Tom Mayberry does it with Pass, and this place does it with a couple times a year, so it's a big deal. And guys like you supporting that race is huge to him.
Yeah, I mean, it's you got to support people who go out on and put their neck out on a limb to do something like that, and got to support it. I mean, I think we were planning on going anyways. We chase big money and big races, so we'll just try to go get the trophy there.
All right, well, good luck. And you're a guy that wins a lot of first-time races. I think Thunder Road, Airborne, right, those guys. So, yeah, you're that big money guy. So congratulations on the win tonight, and good luck for the rest of the year.
All right, thank you very much, Steve.
Well, it looks like Joey Dwyron's back on his game over there at Beech Ridge, and you heard in the interview the difference of the 4 tires. He's accustomed to setting his car up on that, so trying to get accustomed to the tire rule down there. But congratulations to him, his entire team, and look forward to seeing him and Wyatt Alexander, we talked about earlier, competing for the Pro Stock Nationals down at Seekonk coming up July 13th, and we'll be there to show you highlights and everything, and really looking forward to that. And I suspect you'll see a few other teams from the Wiscasset area, the Oxford area, the Beech Ridge area to go down there and compete and support Gary Sagar and Craze Kowalski event. And like I said, we'll be there. But I'll tell you, the guy that I'm really, really impressed with right now at Beech Ridge Motor Speedway, and that's Curtis Gary. I've been there a couple times, and that number 7 car on a rail, Curtis doing a great job. And he's always been an even-keeled driver. He's not a guy that forces the issue. And anybody that's on Facebook, which that's the world, and everybody understands Facebook rules the world, because everything, unless it's on Facebook, you don't know if it's real. But a guy that's all over Facebook, and for sometimes high, sometimes low, and sometimes out there, whether he's eating his Vienna sausage or sitting on the couch or looking for a place to swim, there ain't no boats. And that's Jason Thompson, and he's always throwing out there. He's looking to be a spotter, and he's done it before, so I'm not trying to learn. But he hooked up with Curtis Gary this year, and I've been telling Waddell over there at Waddell Communications, he's the difference. He's the difference in his programming. Saw Jason after the drivers' meet, and I walked by, and I just give him a little shout out, showtime. And he looked up at me and smirked, and I told him, I said, listen, dude, you lead Curtis to another top 3 tonight, and I'm labeling you Showtime. Showtime Jason Thompson. And, man, once again, now the top 3, runner-up finish, and another 5-10 laps. That was going to get interesting as they had caught lap traffic, and he was steadily closing the gap. So, man, Mr. Showtime. And you can see, and anybody knows Jason, you see a little extra bounce in the step as he walks through the pit areas down at Beech Ridge. And old Showtime's getting it done up there on the grandstands, keeping Curtis Gary running at the front. So we'll see what happens and see how long he can keep the nickname.
Today's vehicles are equipped with complex safety features such as anti-lock brakes, seatbelt restraints, and airbag systems. Even collision avoidance systems. Not available in all models. Hi, I'm Sean Moody from Moody's Collision Centers. We don't wish bad luck on anyone, but even with today's technology, we need to keep our eyes on the road and our hands on the wheel.
Moody's Collision Centers, now with 9 locations in Maine.
When I started Scotch Recreation, some competitors warned that if I discounted RVs and trailers, I wouldn't last. Well, here we are over 10 years later, still discounting and still growing. That's why we're Maine's largest RV dealer and largest trailer dealer. Forget about MSRP. We start way below that. Get your best price up front. Come see why my dealerships sell more RVs and trailers than any other dealer in Maine.
Scott's Recreation, Turner and Manchester, Maine.
Welcome to Mainely Motorsports.
To order copies of a show, send a check or money order for $15, shipping and handling included, to Mainely Motorsports, 326 Roosevelt Trail, Windham, Maine, 04062. And please add a description of the show.
Well, this past weekend, Brandon Simmons traveled over to Unity Raceway as they were running their program, a regularly scheduled program on Sunday with a little twist. They had the Pro Stocks in action. It's a class that they don't usually run, but the Pro Stocks in action over there, and appreciate Brandon and everything. So we're going to show you some highlights in the next couple segments of the support divisions, and then see the highlights from the Pro Stocks and hear from the top three. And when I talk Pro Stocks, remember July 13th down at Seekonk, it's the U.S. Pro Stock Super Late Model Nationals, $10,000 to win, and you're coming into those big races now, and that's what July's all about. The Tri-Track Series, the Boss Hog, this race, the fireworks. There's a lot going on, and before you know it, it'll be the 250. But if you got a chance and you're looking for a race and then do in the middle of the week, and you take that week off to go to the Cup race because that's coming up, you just travel over to Seekonk and check that out. But enjoy the highlights, the next two segments over there from Unity Raceway.
Number set on the 14 as they make their way out of turn number 4. McDonald to hold on to that first place. Back to Seekonk. Make away the
One company is on a mission to put 1 million people to work each year. Sounds like a big number, doesn't it?
Not to Express Employment Professionals. With jobs for CNC programmers and welders, we can find you the best opportunity.
Let us help. We'll open doors for you.
Your heart can hardly take it. It's beating through your chest, but no one hears a sound at all.
Patman's Redemption and Agency Liquor Store is located at 95 Tanberg Trail in Windham, Maine. With over 400 feet of hard liquor and 15 doors of ice-cold beer and soda, Patman's can handle all of your beverage needs. And if it's wine on your agenda, we have over 300 varieties in stock. Then when the party's over, Patman's can handle all of your Maine returnables, and we welcome all bottle drives. And if you're late for the race, drop off the bottles and pick up the cash at your convenience.
Hey, this is Pat Man himself, just letting you know that Pat Man's is your one-stop shop for all your thirsty needs.
Mainly Motorsports, brought to you by
Four Seasons Synthetic. See them for all your Amsoil product needs. Town Fair Tire, with 6 locations in Maine: Auburn, Augusta, Bangor, Biddeford, South Portland, and Topsom. Awards and recognition. Your #1 source in New England for all of your award needs.
Wiscasset Speedway, Maine's biggest and fastest, with $5 admission every weekend and loads of family fun. Check us out at wiscassetspeedway.com.
Real quick before they go green, we want to appreciate you folks donating. And we've got nearly $200 raised, so congratulations, thanks you guys. in second for quite a while, and then all of a sudden out of 4, actually no, it was over here, and then the second lap after, I mean, there was multiple corners in a row that you were just breaking sideways, and I thought you were going to lose it. What happened?
We just lost the handle. Got freed up a lot. I don't know. We threw everything but the kitchen sink at it. I expected to be a lot better than this here today. Last time we were here, we were real good. But hey, I'll take what we can get. And, we'll go from there. I got to thank my sponsors, my crew. I got a guy here that he's here watching tonight. He supports me quite a lot. Just want to say thank you. Thank everybody for coming.
All right, Phil Richardson. AJ Pickard, you were stuck in 4th behind Osmond for a little bit, couldn't get the bottom groove to work, and then after the competition yellow, you had the high side. You must have liked that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the first time we've ever raced it with a pro stock. It's different, but still the same race car.
Oh, it's the same. Has it gotten a little rougher over the years, though, or does it get rougher with every winter that throws at it?
I think so, but I don't know. It's Maine.
All right. You happy with runner-up, AJ?
Absolutely.
All right.
I don't want it.
Dustin Hubbard, put your hands together, folks. Dustin, what do you have to say about that run? Led it wire to wire, and spent all day yesterday dialing it in. It definitely paid off.
Yeah, it definitely paid off. I mean, couldn't go wrong. It was hooked right up. It was a great car. I got to thank Cascale and Brad Watson for giving the opportunity to race for them.
Brad definitely supplied you with a great power plant under the hood, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, plenty of power.
All right, any last words, Dustin, before the crowd leaves?
Just thanks everyone for coming out. Looked like a good crowd, and it's a nice day of racing. Thank you.
Okay.
Do you have a serious need for speed, great competitive racing, and a family-friendly atmosphere? Look no further than Maine's biggest and fastest, Wiscasset Speedway. At Wiscasset Speedway, you'll find 8 regular divisions, along with special appearances by top regional tours throughout the season. And at Wiscasset Speedway, all grandstand seats are just $5. Wiscasset Speedway, west on the road, Wiscasset. Online at Facebook, Twitter, and WiscassetSpeedway.com.
Here we go again. Snow, ice, and freezing rain. Be ready with a new set of winter tires from Town Fair Tire. We stock Michelin, Goodyear, Bridgestone, Firestone, General, Uniroyal, Toyo, Yokohama, Continental, Pirelli. Every name brand at the guaranteed lowest price. Get to Town Fair Tire today and drive with confidence this winter. Because when it comes to saving your money on name brand snow and all-season tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Looking for a great time, great people, and great food? Then visit New England's #1 biker destination, Bentley's Saloon, owned by legendary super-modified driver Bentley Warren. Bentley's is a biker bar that welcomes everyone. Staying in the area, Bentley's has their own full-service campground right on site. Tuesdays, Bentley's Cruise Night attracts car enthusiasts from all over New England. Located on Route 1 in Arundel, Bentley's Saloon guarantees a great time. Check out the fun at BentleySaloon.com and see why Bentley says, who has more fun than us?
Well, as we wrap up this week's edition of Mainly Motorsports, before we get the results, I want to welcome a new sponsor on board, and that's the J Pit. And they do a great job. It's a great company, fresh start, and no matter what your project needs on the construction side of things, they're always ready to spring into action, no matter what. No matter what's going on, they're ready to spring into action. So call the J Pit for any of those construction needs or deliveries. I hope you enjoyed this week's edition of Mainly Motorsports. See the results, and some big stuff happening. Remember, Loudon's coming up, so get your plans ready for Loudon, and we'll be down there, and really looking forward to everything, and really excited to see what happens and see if somebody can lock themselves in the chase, similar to what Smoke tried to do this past weekend. So until next time, we'll see you right here on Mainly Motorsports.
Here we go. One step at a time, don't be living on the line. I don't need a friend, I got more than on the mind. Sunshine. taking your time. It's making me nervous, yeah. One step at a time, don't be living on the line. I don't need a friend, I got more than on my mind. Sunshine in my brain, making everyone complain. Radio in my heart, don't be being so strange. Think I'm losing it, baby, where have you been? Everybody says that you're moving again. I don't wanna be right, baby, every single night. I can tell you everything about taking your time. It's making me nervous, yeah.
Jeremy Davis is doing here early on. No big surprise, Jeremy has had a really great, I would say, season.